Hello. Hi. Before I get started, I would like for you to push the like button, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscription. My name is Mr. Snackapus, Mr. Snackapus the comedian. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm an actor. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a black business owner. Yes, a black business owner. A lot of people don't like that word black, even though I don't like the word black because my skin color is nowhere near the complexion of black. I'm really a brown man, a red-skinned Indian man, a black man, a brown man, a red man. See my fingers and my hands in the sunlight? It's red. Don't I have that red glow? So I'm really a red-skinned man in America. This is what redskin. This is what the Redskins look like. You remember the Washington Redskins? This is what they was talking about. Redskin people. How you doing? Push that like button. Show me some love. Yes. Don't I look beautiful? My brown is beautiful, don't it? Don't I look just as beautiful as this brown right here? Yeah, I'm Rastafarian. I'm like an example of a black man, a free black man that a lot of black people don't like. A lot of white people don't like to see black men in my position, to act my way, that, is a power amongst themselves, amongst a bunch of people. See, I'm an extraordinary person. See, in order to be an extraordinary person, you can't hang around ordinary people. You know that, right? Like, you can't be extraordinary hanging around ordinary. Like, there's no way. Like, that's why you don't never see me around nobody, because I'm an extraordinary person. And see, I'm one of those light givers. I give life and I give light to people. I enlighten them and open their mind up to another way of thinking that can help them process some of the situations that they face in life. Do you understand? Like, please listen to me. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to inform you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to exceed you to another level. See, life isn't about what you think you know what it's about. It's about what it's going to teach you. And life, it can only teach you through the people that live it. And so when you experience things in life, understand most of the time you want to experience it through someone else's lens, someone else's experience. And it gives you an example of what not to do, or how to do things, or when to do things. See, I done lived on this earth for a long time. I was born in 1975. So from the year of 1975 until the current date of this time, I've seen a lot of things transition. I've seen a lot of things evolve. I've seen um, a lot of people. I've seen our evolution in the last 30 years of how we evolved into the people we are today, and why we think the way we think and why we act the way we act. Psychologically, we all been programmed to a certain degree to think that way. Do you believe that? Do you understand that? Or do you think I'm just somebody just wasting my breath, just speaking to be speaking for no reason at all? See, that's one thing I learned about life. We can't waste our breath, because one day we may need it. You know, for a person like myself, that's an extraordinary person. One day I might have a yacht, and I might be in the middle of the Pacific Ocean somewhere, and I might need this breath. I might need to save it when my yacht is going down somewhere. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to waste my breath or your time, because time is the most valuable thing that we have to give and offer as human beings. If you didn't believe that time wasn't the most valuable thing that we have as human beings, then why do you think society take your time and punish you with taking your time and put you in prison? Have you ever thought like that? If time wasn't the most, and that's all you do when they give you time, right? Go do time. But it was a test study that they did before they even created prisons. They created a prison and they put 100 white people in there to see how these people will socially act socially interact with each other for being into a confined space. 100% on the same page. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. I love that. I love you. Our environment influence our evolution. It does. Just like every generation of our time has destroyed the generation before them creations. Like like our music, every black generation that we have, every time we create a new generation, that generation destroys the past generation's music. And why do you have to destroy it? Why we just can't add it together and make it harmonize together? Have you lived long enough to realize the things that I talk about? To see the things that I see it the way that I see it? Because if you see the things that I see, it will make you question life. It'll make you question your existence. It'll make you a question, why am I here? What is my real purpose of life? If I can't live and have everything that everybody has around me, what is my real purpose of life? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Not exactly. When Generation X embraced and compounded on the boomers' music. No, no, man, no. Generation X, we are the evolution of all evolution that evolutionized our lives the way it is today. That was the most powerful generation, and they knew it. They knew it. That Generation X will mold our generation of people to what they're going to be 20, 30 years later down the line. Just imagine if Malcolm X was still alive, where will our generation be? Just imagine if Henry P. Newton was still alive and free, where will our generation be? If they never would have attacked or never would have assassinated Martin Luther King, where will we be as a people? Elvis knocked down the door. Nah. Do you know that Elvis was like Nilly Manilly? Like all the music that Elvis ever sung was written by a black man. Do you know that? Anyways, a lot of people don't know that the power of life lies in the mind. Your mind is the most powerfulest tool that you have as a human being. Everything that I've ever had, everything that I have, everything that I get, it initiates in my mind. If I ever tell myself I want something, I get it. Because the mind is the most powerfulest tool that we have. Do you understand? Yeah, I know that. I think about it. Thank you, Dave. I'm being shadow banned right now. And I'm gonna be patient because I believe I'm on a real string right now. I'm cooking on something. And YouTube know it. That's why every time I keep going live back to back, they try to block me out where I can't build my audience. But then one time I was engaging. I was engaging. And I had like 70 or 80 people in the feed with me, right? And that was earlier today. And I said some shit to piss people off. I know what I said. And I spoke the truth and I spoke from my heart when I said it. When I was talking about the Jews and people, how the Jews are being so evil and deliberately evil in the world's face, in the world eye right now. How they trying to use the hostages that Hamas supposedly had kidnapped to be justifiable for all the murdering and killing and all the things that they doing in Gaza and Palestine, all them surrounding places in the Middle East. Then we had Donald Trump come on just yesterday and said that if the hostages ain't released, all hell is gonna break loose in the Middle East. What hostages? Those people are dead. If there if there's one still alive, it's a female and she wanna be alive. And she done ran off with one of the captors. So why are we involving ourselves in somebody else's fuckery? Because from the most part of it, now that we see it from a real standpoint, Israel done completely exposed their hand for what they doing and what they trying to do. They don't give a damn about those hostages. It's all about taking them people land, displacing those people, and building a larger colony for Israel. Everything that's been taken will not be given back. And as you can see, if you really go over there, those people are steady building new settlements, new colonies, steady building west. Israel will be that big old portion that we see in the Middle East. Israel have to exist. They not gonna mess with Egypt because Egypt have to exist. The pyramids, everything that tell a story about the Middle East and the Bible have to exist in order for their religions to make sense. And I try to tell people this all the time because a lot of people don't realize that religion have people so bamboozled and fooled and you know what I mean? They got people actually believing that God is a little man in the sky watching everything they do. Boy, that's why they like comedians. That's why they call us the puppets of God. Because we speak on a lot of truth that a lot of men don't want to hear. And we open up the masses to think in a different direction and make them see the light in a different way. You know, people gonna realize that I'm here for a reason. And my purpose, I will break through. Like, I'm gonna be on a big stage one day. One day I'm gonna be on your television. One day I'm gonna be that example that all niggas gonna look at and be like, oh, no, not Snag. Yeah, bro. But when I get there, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not there for my own purpose. I'm not there for myself. I'm not there for the glory to stand over niggas to feel like I'm better than everybody else. I'm there to be an example for God to show all men that none of us are better than nobody. And all of us have the power to help each other, but nobody want to. So if I lead by an example and start helping people by the masses, it ain't gonna do nothing but make people come on and jump ship and start helping people with me. Like, but why do it when I start doing it when you had the power to do it on your own? But you want to sit back and watch people live in this misery, live in chaos. Because as long as they in chaos, you in peace. Y'all don't realize it. The richer is at more peace when the poor is at chaos. Do you understand? But what happened when your reality slap you in the face and you realize that you ain't as rich as you thought you were? That's what's happening to all those people in Hollywood and West Palestines, and these wildfires, and they being erupted. They just for Christmas, on Christmas Day, they was living a millionaire's dream. They was living life on heaven on earth with no cares and give a fucks to the world what anybody else was going through. They Christmas was great. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I can actually see you on a Tonight Show style program. Thank you. And it's just funny, man, if a person like me was to become that person, you know what I mean? That super rich celebrity, or that person that person that they know they had the financial gains to change their life. Like, think about it. They say Kevin Hart, he started his own comedy production that's worth like $850 million right now, right? That's not Kevin Hart's $850 million. That's them white folks $850 million that they done created a business behind him. See, none of these comedians have the intellect to create all that type of shit by themselves. Like, none of them. I keep telling y'all. Like, y'all never seen the dumbest commercial in the world. Why would they put Kevin Hart on a Capital One commercial? When Kevin Hart ain't never had a job, he's always been like he's been a do boy kiss asser. How the hell he get a credit card? Because he went from instant broke to instant fame. And if you got all you making $1 million contracts, do you need a credit card? No. Like, like I'm a real comedian that got 5 Capital One credit cards in my pocket right now. I got real life credit. I got a Savior card. I got a what? Oh, that's a Wells Fargo credit card right there. What else kind of credit? I got an American Express credit card. I got a Capital One Capital Platinum card. Oh, this right here, this is a Wells Fargo business account card. I got a Capital One Quicksilver card. And they ain't using me as a comedian talking about the benefits and how much money you can save, how you can get build up points and travel points. Like, I got all that. I even got points on my cards. But they ain't using me. I'm a real comedian that have fucking credit cards. Like, I got credit, goddammit. But they ain't fucking with me. I understand. You know, I made an Aflac commercial because I didn't have no life insurance, and I was just thinking, like, if I did have life insurance, I have Aflac. Like, you know, I made Aflac commercials, and that shit didn't go nowhere. You know what I mean? But you know, I feel good now. I got life insurance. You know, I tell people that you ain't living unless you got life insurance, nigga. Like, woo, how the fuck can you live if you ain't got no insurance over your head, nigga? Like, I do not want to die like AJ Johnson. Yeah, broke and famous. Niggas gotta do a GoFundMe account to put me in the ground. It took him like 3 months to put AJ in the ground. That was a damn shame. And then this damn woman came out of nowhere and said she was his wife. She raised all this money on GoFundMe and dipped out on their ass. AJ didn't even have enough money. They was finna cremate AJ Johnson. Like, if it wasn't for some comedians stepping up, really donating to AJ Johnson, I feel so sorry for Ezel. I do not want to die like Ezel, broke ass. Me and Ezel fell out. You know, Ezel stole some of my jokes and said it in my face and told me, said, nigga, that ain't your jokes. You got them from Red Fox. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Them my joke. That was word for word, nigga. That was my boy. Me and his brother Peanut, we was boys. We was all boys. You know, even though I couldn't stand AJ Johnson, we was still cool. Like, no matter what, nigga. I used to tell him in his face, fuck you, AJ. Like, fuck AJ. That nigga wasn't shit. That nigga really stole my material and got on stage and said every word, word for word, in my face. I had to really think about that shit. Like, I was inspired. I was more inspired for seeing another comedian supposedly way bigger than me using the shit that I done got on stage and said. I was inspired. I told him, I said, nigga, you really inspired me. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel like you stole my jokes, nigga. I was mad you didn't take me with you. And if you gonna steal my jokes, at least take me with you and put me on stage with you, nigga. Let me tell my jokes. Like, damn, I had more to give. You can have them couple, motherfucker. Like, that's what I told him. Man, you can have them couple jokes, nigga, but take me with you. You say you on tour. This nigga was talking about, yeah, man, I be getting booked all across America. Well, take me with you, nigga. You that famous? AJ wasn't really that famous. And that's fucked up. He died on fentanyl in a bathroom in South LA somewhere. He collapsed. He had a damn key shot. And that shit fucked old AJ ass up. AJ died from fentanyl overdose. How y'all doing? Push that like button. All them niggas was on drugs. They was on hard drugs too. That's why I couldn't really, you know, relate with them niggas. Them niggas was on hard drugs. AJ Johnson, Bubba Loke, them niggas was out there hard, nigga. They turning out comedians. They had my homegirl Lele. I don't know what the fuck happened to Lele. But I think Lele, I don't know if she killed herself or she was. Last time I know, they said they had her in a mental institution. She was locked up, but they had Lele fucked up, and that was my homegirl. That was my girl, Lele, man. That girl gave me a whole goddamn book of material. Like, here, Snag. I ain't gonna never be able to use it. But I like to, you can use it. You can have all this shit. Like, Lele gave me so many goddamn jokes. Like, take this shit, Snag. I can't use it, but you can. And I was like, Lele, man, you need to get off that shit, man. Like, Lele, it was a comedian. And she on, I think she made it to the Def Comedy Jam. She made it she was on the All Stars Comedy Jam. She was on some shit. She was really coming up the ladder. And Lele went through some shit. They beat Lele, they raped Lele, they fucked Lele in all kind of directions. And they used to give her drugs and just fuck the shit out of her all night long and shit. And they would, they did Lele fucked up. And she really had a talent. She was really funny. She was really good. And Lele gave me a whole bunch of material, man. I'll never forget that shit. Like, that lady had books and books she was writing, like that she had all kind of shit. How y'all doing? Push that like button. Tommy Egan. Say, you crazy as hell. No, I ain't. I'm just speaking. That's a real story, man. I don't know what happened to Lele, man, but that was my boo, man. And I ain't talking about no sexual shit. Lele let me stay with her. It was a comedian that I was down. I was homeless. She let me come stay with her. But I couldn't stay with her because she had too much shit going on in her house. Like, I was living with Lele, man, and I stayed in the room, but I felt like I was in prison. There was all kind of shit going on outside that door. Boom, boom, boom. Niggas in there doing all kind of shit. I was like, damn. But it's some comedians, man, that, in my story, some of them are dead. It was one comedian named Damon Dozier. This dude was one of the funniest motherfucking paraplegics I ever met in my life, man. He was in a wheelchair. He was paralyzed from the waist down. But Damon was a motherfucker. Like, Damon Dozier, like, this nigga was one of the funniest fucking comedians, hands down, I ever fucking, worked with. Like, he was just a natural. No matter his circumstance or what he was going through being paralyzed, Damon would make you feel like, man, he wasn't paralyzed. This nigga was just like us, but he needed help. He really was paralyzed from the waist down. I don't know his real story, how he got paralyzed, but me and him, we connected so strong because my real name is Damon. And he used to tell me, like, Snag, man, just go by your real name, man. Release yourself, man. Just be you, man. That was one of my brothers in common, man. He passed away during the COVID. Damon Dozier. How y'all doing? Push that like button. When you get someone in the crowd, derpy, remember kids, use Windex brand mouthwash for a streak-free shine. That's the funny thing, man. And I realized this the last time I went and I got on stage, right? I'm not the type of comedian. I don't write. I ain't never wrote a goddamn. I ain't wrote shit. I tried to write a couple things on some paper sometime. I had this one tab like notebook that I had bought, and I had a whole bunch of shit, notes and shit I had written in it. But I lost it. Like, every time I get a comedy book, a notebook, I lose it. I either leave it at a comedy club or I misplace it somewhere. And I had a lot of shit that I written down. And a lot of shit that I written down is what I meant, what I mainly remember vaguely in my mind. Like, them the jokes that I just can't let go. You know what I mean? And it's cool because I learned, I know I'm not a real writer. Like, I'm not a writer. Like, I can't write. I because I was in prison and I was, you know, in solitary confinement for so long, I done every time I picked up a pencil and paper and tried to write, I couldn't write. And I have written a little, but I can't write. Like I'm not a writer. I really felt like I was gonna, get out and get real good into my stand up and people was gonna get behind me and eventually I was gonna find some writers, some people to sit down and help me put my story together. Like I know it's a lot of things that I can't do. So I know that God got somebody that can do it for me. And I know that, every big artist, comedian, actor, when they start to get big, they start to get an entourage. They start to get the people around them to help them do their stuff and get things done. Because they can't do all that shit by themselves. No man can do all that shit by themselves. No matter what, any person that's successful, it took a group of people, a team of people to help them become successful. And when they become successful, it's just so sad that that person never give that team the recognition that they truly deserve for helping them be as successful. But I know what it takes to be successful, and I know that it's going to take a team, and that team is what's going to really take me off. And when they take me off, I'm going to give that team the acknowledgement that if it wasn't for that team, I would never been able to manifest the real dreams that I spoke to y'all in person. So it's like, I know what it takes. And I done been there. I done been to that position where I done been high enough into the entertainment industry to know that even when I get to a certain level, I'm gonna have to have a team of people to get past that level. And that's the only way I'm gonna get past that level because from that point on, is who represents you. Like, you know what I mean? Like your manager, your agency, the people that represent you is really what's gonna exceed you to that great level. You know what I mean? And I know what it takes. And I'm just waiting on the bright light bulbs in people's minds to want to make money. The dollar signs and light bulbs start to popping up in people's minds. Be like, man, snag. I'm gonna be, hey, we've been a rep. It's gonna be somebody that's gonna represent me and come together. We gonna build this team that I know I need in order to succeed. You know what I mean? That's just even with my business, with my barbershop. My barbershop will not be successful until I get at least three good barbers, a team of barbers that's thinking just like me to work for themselves, to make money for themselves, and want to build and help me build this company up. Like it takes a team, no matter what. One man can do. I can build it on my own, but to take it off, I need a team. I know I need a team. I've been needing a team. I've been praying for a team. But where that team gonna come from, I don't know. You know what I mean? And they all gotta be trustworthy because it is what it is. What I'm finna give this team of people financially gonna change their life for forever. The way it's gonna be. If you want a Rolls Royce, you need to get behind me. Like you want a nice house, yeah, you need to get behind me. Like because everybody that's gonna be behind me gonna have all that and then some. Because I'm gonna have it too. But y'all gotta understand that it is what it is. It take a team to win, and when you got that team, you can't help but to win. David, what do you see in that? That's the lessons of life. We gotta all work together. Yeah. But when you see teams that win, I want my team to win. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't mind being able to have or give to myself as a gift. Ain't nothing wrong with treating yourself in life. Because if you don't treat yourself in life, you're gonna cheat yourself in life. You know what that is? Yeah. So people don't understand my concept. That's like this right here. People look at this to be bad. Snag, you smoking cigarettes, that's bad for you. But this really is a treat to myself in life. I'm treating myself. I don't give a fuck what you say to do. It makes me feel a whole nother way. It makes me feel good. This takes away the stress and takes away all the fucking pain and shit that I endure. You know what I mean? It gives me a second thought to really, relax my brain and be able to think of a better positive thought. Yeah, a lot of people look at it, oh man, they got you, Snag. That shit ain't doing nothing but killing you earlier. Well, you gotta die of something. As long as you die happy, do it matter? No, it don't. Because we all gonna die. And we all gonna die of something. Shit. So, if you got a choice to pick your death, choose it wisely. How you doing? Push that like button. I walked away from analog nicotine almost 2 years ago. Yeah, you about 3 years in from being diagnosed with cancer. And you about 5 years from death. Everybody I know that smoked cigarettes for a long period of time and started listening to the other stupid motherfuckers around them and stopped. Within 5 years, they diagnosed with cancer. Within 5 years after that, they dead. So, I know a lot of people, like my grandfather, right? My grandfather, 87 years old. That nigga been smoking Pall Mall, non-filters ever since 1937. And he's still living, no problem. Breathing, running, 87 years old, still take off running down the street, smoking a cigarette, with a cigarette in his mouth. Now, some people don't understand that, and menthol, some people do understand. Menthol is actually a good thing for for some of us. Like for people that had the COVID and people that get sick, menthol soothes the throat. You know that, right? I talk about this because, if you ever had a cold before and you ever smoked a cigarette, you'll know that menthol will soothe that feeling. Do you understand where I'm coming from? No, you don't. Yep. Up and away. Okay. I was sitting in my car and I just seen these two undercover police officers pull up. They undercover. They think, people don't know who they is, but I know who they is. But when I seen them pull up, it was just the way they swarmed through the parking lot. One park right there, one park right there. I'm like, okay, that's cool. What they doing over here? Okay. One go in the restaurant, the other one go in the restaurant. Something going on. Y'all seen that white one? The third one pull up. And two got out of it, and they walked in there. I just know who the undercovers are. I ain't got nothing. I ain't doing nothing. I'm sitting right here smoking my blunt. I'm in California, minding my own business. This recreational right here. This is not illegal. I am smoking marijuana for recreational purposes right now, nigga. Ooh, I am a patient. You pull out my paperwork on your ass. I got a medical marijuana card. My doctor fuck with me, you gonna start some problems. Yeah. How you doing? Push that like button. What you doing in the car? Uh, minding my own business. Uh, taking my medication. Uh, in California, you can't sit in your car and smoke with the key in the ignition. Your ass gonna go to jail for DUI. Hey, my keys is inside the shop, and I don't plan on leaving till this time tomorrow. You can never admit to smoking weed 24 hours, and within that 24-hour period of talking to the police, or you gonna get snatched out the car. You gonna get it. You see, you gonna get it. See, you gonna get an SUI, smoking under the influence. Yeah, no sir. How you doing? I teach y'all how to pass these marijuana laws. Hell, you can't even admit to tell the police as a passenger that you've been smoking weed within 24 hours, riding in the passenger seat. You can go to jail for riding under the influence of marijuana. You didn't know that? The passenger can go to jail. It's laws to this shit. You got to know how to ride. You got to know how to slide. You can't even be a high passenger in California. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. What was that? Just picking at you. Oh, shit. I'm living life to the fullest. I live life the way a lot of people wish they can live. I smoke Newports. I smoke medical marijuana. And I drink coffee all day long. Yeah. You said you cough. Yeah. And it's crazy. I done caught the bird flu twice in the last 30 days. And this is like the downwards effects of it. Shit, that shit lingers. That shit really lingers. It ain't like COVID. You can get over it in 3 days, take a good shit, you done. Like, no. This shit right here lingers. You be still coughing up fling 2 weeks later. You're like, what the fuck? Do y'all love life? Do you choose to live or do you choose to die? A lot of people choose to die. They don't know why, but they choose to die. I choose to live. Like, I want to live. I want to live to get as old as I can get. Because the definition of old is outliving dummies. And I'm trying to outlive all my dumbass friends. I done already did that already. I tell people that all the time. That's why I say I'm getting old. I'm old, nigga. I'm outliving dummies. Yeah, nigga. How y'all doing? Push that like button. Tommy. I ain't got but a few people in here. See, God is shining on me right now. That's the type of videos I like to make. I like to show that God shine his light on me. You say it's just two of us? That's because YouTube is shadow banning me right now. But if we stick together, 2 + 1 me is 3. That's a crowd. We good. Some people finna start coming in. I believe it. I speak it into existence. I know it for a fact. I ain't tripping. That's why I'm still here. And I'm not satisfied with the audience that I have right now. And I know that my audience is going to get bigger. I just got to stick around just a little bit longer. See, that person didn't have the attention of God gave a damn bird. They stuck around for a minute and left. Don't worry about it, Dave. You got to stick around and you got to leave engagements. That's how I know my chat level be real low, because I don't be getting people to comment. I be trying to get people to comment and let's engage with each other. And that uplifts my chat level. My chat level be fucked up. 0 and 1. I supposed to have sometimes I be having 12s and 13. When I get people engaging, they know. When I got people leaving comments and questions and asking and engaging with me, they know. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes, man, it don't be me, it be the people. And I be asking for their help, but they don't help me. They don't listen. They want to see me fail. They watching to see if I fall, if I fail, you know? There's so many people want to see your downfall. They'd rather see you fail than to succeed. Because if you succeed, then they feel like you're gonna overshadow them instead of, seeing it from a real broader standpoint. If you help me succeed, I'm gonna lift you up. I'm gonna lift you all the way up, brother. Matter of fact, I want you to be higher than me. Because I don't want the spotlight. I really don't. You know what I want right now? I want what the world can't give me. I want a fresh cup of coffee. I don't know what's going on, but I done watched like 7 goddamn undercover agents going to this goddamn restaurant. They steady sliding in this motherfucker. Oh, shit. Goddamn. Well, the police look like the police even when they ain't trying to look like the police. Y'all can't help but look like the police. Damn shame. Y'all don't know what undercover agents look like, huh? Whew. Boy, business is slow right now. Is on my side. The Lord is shining on me because I called to the restaurant and they answered. Usually they don't answer within the last 15 minutes before closing. They'll take the phone off the hook, but they answered. And they said, you know what? I can still get a burger. They had 10 minutes before they closed. I know they were like, God damn, I knew it was a customer gonna call. Right before we closed. But I got me a burger coming. And I'm gonna go get this juicy burger. I'm gonna eat this juicy burger and feel like a better man. And I'm gonna go live again with that juicy burger. Hopefully, with that juicy burger, I'm gonna be able to build an audience on YouTube so goddamn strong, I'm gonna break the bank. I need to break the bank. I need about 15,000 people in my feed. So I'm finna come out. I'm finna use my brain to come up with an intelligent title. Somebody gonna come in just by reading the title, they gonna have to come in and just check it out. Push the like button. I should be able to get at least a like. I'm gonna stay on for 45 more seconds. I'm gonna let this video be 45 minutes even. And I pray that everybody that come in and like this video, stay with me to the next video, Or am I talking too much? I'm talking too much. All right, that's the end of this video. YouTube is completely shadow banned me to 0 people watching. And so ain't no need for me staying on here if I only got 0 people watching. For all y'all that push the like button, all y'all that subscribe and follow me and talk with me and engage with me, I love y'all. And I pray that we can come back together, engage together on a better day. Bye.